I don't care if you're say, well, the Houston Texans lost this game. This was an interesting game for the Houston Texans, a game that I said, the Houston Texans might lose, but if they keep it close or even if they win, then we might have something. And right now, you guys have been hearing me say we need a tank. We need to lose every single game possible. We need to get as much draft capital as much as we can. And for the first, half of this game, the Houston Texans were absolutely proving me wrong. They were damn near unstoppable, this offensive was. First of all, I want to shout out the offensive line. It continues to absolutely dominate, guys. Only one sack on the day, one sack last week. The Houston Texans offensive line is just night and day from last year. It's crazy how we kept on, we kept Mike Devlin for so long. We're look at the benefits of this offensive line. Can you imagine if we put this much attention when, in Watson's rookie year? That would have been absolutely insane to see, but hey, we're seeing it now. Lerman Tunsil, Titus Howard, Justin Britt, who's becoming one of my favorites, Max Sharpen and Marcus Cannon. They're keeping our quarterbacks clean. They're creating run lanes. These running backs look good. Mark Ingram is looking like he might be a gem for the Houston Texans. You saw David Culley tell him himself that it's not always about yards. What you bring to this team leadership-wise, charactership-wise, is an absolute win for the Houston Texans. And the man plays hard. The man runs hard. He obviously still has it. I want to see what the Houston Texans do, this season. It looks like he's your primary back. He had 14 carries, David Johnson 6, Philip Lindsay 5. Philip Lindsay is interesting to me, right? It doesn't look like the Houston Texans are really going to try to put him as the focal point in the backfield, but what you are doing is you're putting them in the passing game. A touchdown this week, a touchdown last week. You have 5 running backs. You are using them all correctly, Tim Kelly. Shout out to Tim Kelly because his offense this year has looked absolutely different. Looks damn near better than what it was last year. We could run the ball. We could pass the ball. We could protect our QBs. We could win in the trenches. Shout out to Tim Kelly. Shout out to James Cameron. And also Tyrod Taylor. If Tyrod Taylor doesn't get out, this game, the Houston Texans win 10 of 11, 125 yards, 1 touchdown through the air, on the ground, no interceptions. Tyrod Taylor, his leadership, his IQ of the game is what excites me for the Houston Texans. Can he be, the Ryan Tannehill for the Tennessee Titans? Because he looked damn good. The Cleveland Brown offense had no question for, had no answer for Tyrod Taylor. And that just, that goes back to giving a shout out to the offensive line. No Myles Garrett, no Jadeveon Clowney. Did you even hear their names at all during the game? This Houston Texans offensive line was able to shut down Myles Garrett and then had an interesting battle with Jadeveon Clowney. Still, we kept our quarterbacks upright. Tyrod Taylor, man, you hate to see him go down, because you know that the Houston Texans were going to win this game. The momentum was clearly on our side. Baker Mayfield got up, uneasy, unwobbly. And once Tyrod Taylor didn't, come in the second half, you started to see the Cleveland Brown hopefuls get loud, get crazy. You starting to see their defense turning up against rookie quarterback Davis Mills. But before we get on to Davis Mills, Tyrod Taylor, get healthy, man. This is your football team for the time being. And you've been playing damn good, and I hope you can keep it up. Going on to Davis Mills, it was an absolute freaking shock to see number 10 out there for the first drive. And hey, 3 and out. We really cannot expect much from Davis Mills this season because, we didn't expect Tyrod Taylor to be this good, so there's really no use to throw Davis Mills out there. Davis Mills did some great things, but he also did some things to show you that, hey, yes, he still is a rookie. Keep him point the interception, in the second drive. But then he did something very good in the third, as he went on to play in the game, was able to lead the offense to score. Most in part was because of the fantastic run game for the Houston Texans, getting short passes first, and also Brandon Cooks, man. Brandon Cooks is going to be another 1,000-yard wide receiver for the Houston Texans. 78 yards on the game, 200 yards in 200 games. Brandon Cooks is just an absolute baller, man. He has great chemistry with Tyrod Taylor, and I hope he gets it right with Davis Mills. Davis Mills, his first touchdown, in his NFL career goes to Brandon Cooks, and it looks like Davis Mills, he might be the starter for Thursday night, guys, because we do play the Carolina Panthers in about 3 days. 4 days. Davis Mills needs to get it going right now, and he and something needs to happen. They asked David Culley, "Is Deshaun Watson going to come back?" We'll see, but as of right now, the Houston Texans are 1-1. A lot of great things can be said about this game. A lot of negatives as well. But let me know what you guys think, guys. As always, go Texans. Y'all have a blessed day.